Hi guys, and welcome again to a new video for Infinity Kingdom. This is Pyakia from server 49. I'm going to talk today about a double reward event. Here's as you see, it's the last day of the double reward event. It started from the last week, so I can't show you the specific date it started from, but it started on a Thursday and stayed for Friday and Saturday for this week. So I wanna just make a video for it because it's so important. I made another video with lots of reports, but sadly I lost all these reports. But I'm going to show you the double reward. How do I get benefits from this reward and how do I use it? Let's first of all claim this because I don't wanna see things here. The double rewards event. During this event, killing Tyrant, Bakan, and Rokyu, all kind of gnomes at all levels will drop rewards, will be extra too. So if you are going to drop an item, you will get 2 items, so 1 additional item from it, and an additional enchant stones. Double rewards doesn't stack with a talent that has a double reward and will not gain double drops for the first victory. For example, here you have a talent, I think this one, no, not this one. Nope, I think this is the last one. Double the ancient stones obtained from fighting gnomes. So if you used this stack, Pleasant Surprise, it will not trigger with the double reward. You will only get 1 from it and an extra 1 from double reward. So totally 3 ancient stones from using this talent in the double reward event. And also this talent, Glorious Return, double the reward obtained from the defeating gnomes. So if you wanna hunt gnomes with this talent, if you have a dropped item and you use this talent in the double reward, you will gain totally of 3 items. 1 from here, the Glorious Return, and 1 from the double reward. That's for the ancient stones and the items, but the XP will not be doubled. As you will see here, I'm having a raid. Let me first show you the raid because I'm hunting XP in those Immortals. As you see, I get this item and this item and these ancient stones, but I have extra ancient stones, enchant of this item because it's duplicated, and the enchant from an extra from this item because it's all duplicated. As you see, I have the boost items. So I have used all the boost items to increase all my potential for killing and having the minimum doses for me. Reach to crit rate, reduce the damage received, wild nature increase the damage dealt for all troops. I'm hunting 39 gnomes because it's easy to kill, having the fight finish so fast. Let me show you some of my builds. You can mimic some of my builds, but be careful not to be literally using the same build on everything because it's situational. But I'm going to show you what is the most important skills to use. The most important skills, if you have Oaken Guard leveled up, don't use the same skills as me, but with low level. Just use the suitable skills if you have it level up. So for me, if you are in the end game like me, Oaken Guard, it's better to use it to reduce the physical damage received for the first 18 seconds. And as I show you, the fight finished before the 18 seconds. So it's important to receive less damage from the gnomes. Also, I use Misleading to make them dodge more attacks because it's going to reduce the accuracy rate of all enemies. Also, I'm using here Cleave and Anger on William because those 2 items will make him deal, Anger will make him deal more damage, Cleave will make him deal more damage on both of 2 nearby enemies. Let me shut up this, okay. And Rage Blessing and War Blessing, of course, because Rage Blessing is going to make the energy legion of 3 random units increase by 45%, and War Blessing will make all the damage of random 3 units. Sorry, all my troops for 22.5%. Empress Wu here is my main source of damage dealers because she is using Annihilation and the high crit rate at Annihilation skill on it for her artifact. Also, my William artifact is so good. Energy surge, energy regen from Surge, and physical attack bonus here and there. So you can mimic this march with water, for example. So you can use Merlin with me. So you will use Merlin instead of Hippolyta because I'm using Hippolyta. You can use Merlin instead of him. Of course, you can use both attack dealers for water. You can replace the water dragon with fire dragon because fire deals lots of damage, and you can use also Yoshitsuyon. Yoshitsuyon is so good, but for the dragon, I encourage you to use the fire dragon. If you are going also to use thunder or earth, I encourage you to use the fire dragon because as I'm going to show you here in the report, Empress Wu dealt 10 million damage, Hippolyta dealt 5 million damage. As you see, the fire dragon itself dealt 3 million damage. So the dragon dealt more than my William, as I'm going to show you what's my William's physical attack here. 3000 at 800. He dealt 2 million damage, with Hippolyta having also 3800. So they both have the same physical damage, but I'm sure he didn't deal much damage because the buff on it, the buff for energy regen, the rage blessing. So why the rewards so important? Because if you are gaining XP, as you see here, most of the members of my server here are trying to hunt more gnomes, as I'm hunting XP at the same time having lots of items I will not use, but Enchant stones are so important, and those items I'm going to dismantle them in the Alchemy Lab. If I used this one here, and as you see, the item itself, the one item costs 1000 multiplied by 6, so 6 ancient stones, and ancient stones are so important to increase the level for your equipments. And hunting level 50 gnomes or 46 and above will grant you items from this quality, and those quality are so important. I'm going to show you the importance of them. So having more items to dismantle are so important to get in ancient stones. For myself here, I'm going to show you some of my immortals that have cubed some, yeah, I guess this one here. As you see, the immortal power 65,530. So if I replace this item by this item, and it's going to be max level, let me max it and show you the difference here. It's so little different, but as 30 power, but having this impact on most of the items. You should check all the items you have if you are not having the items you desire, as I have here, I guess this item, yeah, this item as well. So having 30 power from this item and affecting more stats from it, and having it maxed out like my Zenobia here, it's going to make your barge more power little by little and step by step. You will not see the effect instantly, but you will see the effect in fighting in PvP and so on. I think I have this item here, I can see it so far, but I'm sure I'm going to dismantle it to increase as you see. Okay, so important here to keep increasing your equipments to max level and having it all elemental matched. As you see here, I have all 3 items here, but I'm missing my bow. But you keep checking on your all of your marshes see if you are missing an item and you can get it. I encourage you to have the same build as me, hunting level 50 Roku or Triant or Bakan. Bakan, I guess, will be dropping an axe. No, Roku will be dropping an accessory with an weapon. Bakan will drop you a weapon with an armor. Triant will drop helmets with weapons. So the build will not be so different from me. You are going to use the same build as I'm using. You can use both damage dealers in the back row, using in the front row also both damage dealers. You can use a support here. I'm not using Cyrus because my Cleopatra is so low in XP, so I'm trying to gain lots of XP on here, but I used Cyrus in the back row instead of Cleopatra. But my Cyrus is level 46, 47 and nearly 48. He is almost 48, but I don't want to use lots of XP on him. As you see, the attack damage dealers and back row damage dealers are more important to increase their level than the support immortals. But having all of the immortals leveled up to 50 is so important. As you see, I have Alexander, Charles, Elizabeth, all level 50. So it's important to have my main march having level 50 Cleopatra better than low level here, and better than having Cyrus leveled up in the second march. So instead of focusing the second march, I try to focus my main march more, and the secondary march will gain XP little by little. And I like to farm XP on Earth, in Fire instead of Earth, but using Earth Immortals in Fire March like Cleopatra, and replacing Immortals here. So after I finish Cleopatra, I will remove here and replace another Immortal. I can use Cyrus in the back row and put, for example, if my Alexander is low level, I can use Alexander instead of William or instead of Hippolyta. W words are so important, as I'm going to show you. Sorry, this is the event is going to be held. I gain 2 items from each item. So if I'm hunting level 45 and above, I gain lots of items that are so rare. So if I am hunting items for Hippolyta, and she is an attack damage with fire elements, S2 equipment, I'm going also to get items for William because he is using the same element as here. He is fire and he is also an attack damage dealer, so he is going to use the same equipment. If I'm going to use an items for example for Richard, my Richard here, if I'm hunting items for him with lightning and S2 equipment, I'm also S2 plus, of course. I'm also going to get items for my Ilcid. I'm going to build him soon, so it's better to have items for both of them from the same gnome hunt. And hunting with no double rewards will guarantee you to get a single item. As you see here, I have a single item from this and single item from this. A single item from only this one. I don't have an extra one for my Ilcid, and no helmet also for Ilcid, no armor for Ilcid. I only got this one from a double reward event, so I got those 2 items from a normal day. So I could get an item for Ilcid as well from a double reward if I kept hunting in double reward. It's so important to make use of this event. Don't miss it. And if you have any other question, I hope I covered everything. Don't hesitate to ask me right in the comment section below. I will leave links in the description to see or check my last articles. Thank you for watching and see you soon.